Joyce stared at the pile of dishes in the sink, the dust settling on the bookshelf, and the laundry waiting to be folded. She used to love a spotless home, but lately, keeping up with the cleaning felt like a never-ending battle. Was it just her? Or did everything seem to get messier faster? She knew she didn't want to spend her golden years scrubbing floors, but she also wanted a home that felt fresh, inviting, and stress-free. The good news? Keeping a spotless home at 70 plus doesn't have to be exhausting. With the right tricks, you can maintain a clean home effortlessly. 1. The 5-minute rule. Small efforts. Big impact. Joyce used to think cleaning had to be an all-or-nothing task. Either she set aside an entire afternoon to scrub and organize, or she ignored the mess until it drove her crazy. But one day, while visiting her friend Marlene, she noticed something different. Marlene's home was always immaculate, yet she never seemed to be cleaning. Curious, Joyce asked, "How do you keep everything so tidy?" Marlene laughed. "I don't clean for hours. I clean in 5-minute bursts." That's when Joyce learned about the 5-minute rule, a simple trick that prevents messes from spiraling out of control. Instead of waiting until things get overwhelming, you handle tiny tasks as they appear. It sounded too easy to work, but Joyce gave it a try. She started setting a timer and doing quick mini cleanups throughout the day. And to her surprise, she never felt like she was cleaning, yet her home stayed spotless. The beauty of the 5-minute rule? It doesn't feel like work. It's a small effort that stops messes before they start. Joyce no longer had to dread long cleaning sessions, because with this trick, she barely needed them anymore. 2. Decluttering for easy maintenance. Joyce never thought she had that much stuff, until she tried dusting her shelves, books she hadn't read in years, decorative knickknacks that just sat there collecting dust, kitchen gadgets she had forgotten she even owned. The more she looked around, the more she realized something. Keeping a spotless home wasn't hard. It was just harder when you had too much stuff. That's when she remembered her neighbor Linda, who had downsized last year. Linda had cut her belongings in half and swore she never missed a thing. "The less you have," she had told Joyce, "the less you have to clean." So Joyce decided to test it out. Before she knew it, clutter started disappearing, and something else happened. Cleaning got easier. No more moving 10 things just to wipe down a table. No more stacked up mail cluttering the counter. Suddenly, keeping her home clean felt effortless. The biggest lesson Joyce learned: a clutter-free home is a cleaner home. The less stuff she had, the less she had to clean. 3. Creating a cleaning routine that works for you. For years, Joyce had tried to follow cleaning schedules she found online. Monday, vacuum. Tuesday, dust. Wednesday, bathrooms. But every time she missed a day, she felt like she had failed. That's when she realized those schedules weren't made for her life. So instead of forcing herself into a rigid plan, she decided to create a routine that worked for her. She thought about the tasks that felt the hardest and spaced them out. She built cleaning into her existing habits, wiping the bathroom sink after brushing her teeth, running the dishwasher before bed, and making the bed as soon as she got up. And most importantly, she let go of the guilt. Some days she did more. Some days she did less. But because she was consistent in small ways, she never had to deal with a massive, overwhelming cleaning day again. Joyce finally had a home that stayed clean without stress. Not because she spent hours scrubbing, but because she found a routine that fit her life. 4. Using the right tools for effortless cleaning. Joyce had always used the same cleaning tools: an old mop, a heavy vacuum, and a rag that had seen better days. But lately, these tools felt more like a workout than a solution. One afternoon, she visited her daughter's home and noticed something. Her daughter cleaned her entire kitchen in minutes, with almost no effort. "How did you do that?" Joyce asked, watching in awe. Her daughter smiled and held up a lightweight cordless vacuum. "Mom, you don't have to struggle. You just need the right tools." That's when Joyce realized that cleaning doesn't have to be hard, not if you use things that make it easier. She invested in a robot vacuum that quietly cleaned while she relaxed, a long-handled duster that reached high places without straining her shoulders, and disposable disinfecting wipes for quick, mess-free cleanup. And the best part? She wasn't exhausted anymore. Instead of wrestling with heavy buckets or bending over to scrub, Joyce's new tools did the hard work for her. The lesson? Work smarter, not harder. With the right tools, keeping a spotless home doesn't have to drain your energy. It can be as easy as pressing a button. 5. The one-touch rule, stopping messes before they start. Joyce used to wonder, how does my house get messy so fast? She wasn't a messy person, yet somehow clutter built up overnight. Then she noticed a pattern. She would take off her coat and toss it on a chair, promising to hang it up later. She'd set her mail down on the kitchen counter instead of putting it away. A cup of tea? The empty mug sat in the sink for hours before she finally washed it. It wasn't one big mess. It was 1,000 tiny ones adding up. That's when she learned about the one-touch rule. It's simple. Every item should be handled only once. Instead of dropping the coat on a chair, she hung it up immediately. Instead of tossing mail on the counter, she sorted it right away. Instead of leaving dishes in the sink, she washed them or put them in the dishwasher immediately. It took seconds, yet the impact was massive. Her home stayed tidy without extra effort. Joyce wasn't cleaning more. She was just preventing messes before they even started. 6. High-impact, low-effort cleaning hacks. One afternoon, Joyce watched a cleaning video online, and what she learned blew her mind. For years, she had spent ages scrubbing her oven, soaking shower tiles, and fighting with stubborn dust. But the truth? She had been working way too hard. She discovered simple hacks that made cleaning easier, faster, and practically effortless. Let cleaning products do the work. Instead of scrubbing, she sprayed vinegar and baking soda in her oven, let it sit overnight, and wiped it clean in the morning. No scrubbing needed. Dust with dryer sheets. They don't just remove dust. They also repel it, keeping surfaces cleaner for longer. Use a squeegee on carpets. She pulled pet hair and lint from rugs in seconds, way faster than vacuuming. Clean the shower while you shower. A quick wipe with a dish wand filled with vinegar and soap kept her tiles sparkling with zero effort. Joyce never looked at cleaning the same way again. By working smarter, she was spending less time scrubbing and more time enjoying her spotless home. 7. Daily habits that keep your home clean. Without thinking, Joyce had always believed that keeping a spotless home required big cleaning days, those exhausting, all-day scrubbing marathons. But as she got older, those long cleaning sessions left her sore, drained, and frustrated. One day, she noticed something about her friend Alice's house. It was always clean, not just tidy, but effortlessly neat, as if messes never even had a chance. "What's your secret?" Joyce asked, expecting some complicated method. Alice laughed. "I don't let messes build up. I do a little bit every day, without even thinking about it." That's when Joyce realized that small automatic habits keep a home clean without extra effort. She started adopting Alice's daily habits, tiny tasks that took seconds but prevented messes from ever getting overwhelming. Making the bed every morning. It instantly made her room feel tidy. Wiping down counters after every use. No more scrubbing dried spills later. Doing a quick 10-minute evening reset. Putting away stray items before bed so she woke up to a clean space. Within days, her home felt cleaner with almost no effort. She wasn't cleaning more. She was just keeping messes from piling up in the first place. The best part, she never had to dread cleaning again. 8. Getting help when you need it. Joyce had always been fiercely independent. She took pride in maintaining her home herself. After all, she had done it for decades. But lately, deep cleaning left her aching for days, and tasks like scrubbing floors and lifting heavy laundry baskets felt more exhausting than ever. Still, she resisted asking for help. She didn't want to be a burden. Then, one afternoon, she had a conversation that changed everything. Her neighbor, Diane, casually mentioned that she had a cleaning service come in once a month. Joyce was stunned. "You mean you don't feel guilty about that?" Diane laughed. "Not one bit. I see it as self-care. I still do my daily tidying, but for the deep cleaning, I let someone else handle it." That night, Joyce thought about it. Why was she making things harder for herself? The next morning, she called a local cleaning service and scheduled a once-a-month deep clean. When the cleaners left, she nearly cried. Her home sparkled, and she hadn't lifted a finger. That's when she learned a powerful lesson. Accepting help doesn't mean losing independence. It means making life easier. Whether it's hiring help, asking family members to pitch in, or even using grocery delivery to avoid heavy lifting, there's no shame in making life simpler. 9. Making cleaning enjoyable. For most of her life, Joyce had seen cleaning as a chore, a never-ending cycle of dusting, wiping, and scrubbing. Something she had to do. But one rainy afternoon, she stumbled upon an old record player in the closet. On a whim, she put on her favorite jazz record and started dusting the living room. Something magical happened. With the music playing, cleaning didn't feel like work. It felt fun, relaxing even. That's when she decided, if she had to clean, she might as well enjoy it. She started experimenting, playing her favorite music while tidying up, listening to audiobooks or podcasts while folding laundry, turning cleaning into a game, setting a timer and racing against the clock. And just like that, cleaning became less of a chore and more of a rhythm. It wasn't about forcing herself to clean. It was about making it something she looked forward to. Now, whenever she picked up a broom or wiped down a counter, she smiled. Her home was clean, her mind was at ease, and most importantly, who knew keeping a spotless home could be this easy? Joyce isn't scrubbing floors for hours. She's sipping tea in her clean, stress-free home while her robot vacuum does the work. Now it's your turn. Which of these tricks are you trying first? Drop a comment. I'm cheering you on.